If chronic low back pain has left your low back feeling weak and fragile, maybe you're afraid of building strength, or every time you try to build strength in your low back, you always pay for it later. It always triggers a flare-up. If that's you, this video is perfect because I'm gonna show you the 3 best exercises for fragile feeling low backs that are going to help build endurance and strength and confidence back in your low back so you can get back to normal life. Quick announcement, September 15th through the 17th, I'm hosting my 3-day back pain reset challenge. This challenge is all about taking you from the stretches, the injections, and all the dead-end treatments that you've been doing hoping for relief that haven't worked, and creating an environment in your body where your back has no other option but to heal. Day 1, I'll be talking about how to find the root cause of your pain and the critical first steps you need to take in order to heal. Day 2, I'll be sharing how to stop movements from triggering pain and how to feel safe doing what you love again. Day 3, how to rebuild a confident, strong back and brain that is built for long-term relief. If you want more details, go to the link in the description box below or go to fitnessforbackpain.com/pain reset. Seats are limited, so if you're interested, jump on them before they fill up. Now, when it comes to building strength in what feels like a fragile, weak low back, we have to keep some principles in mind, right? Being afraid, avoiding certain types of movements in your day, in the gym, whatever it might be, is going to lead to more fear, more anxiety, and more tension in your body. So your body is fighting this protection mechanism. You've been in pain for a long period of time. Nothing you do seems to be working. So there's tension being built in your body. So what you can't do is just strengthen your way through that tension or that fear or that anxiety that you might have, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. You have to take a very specific approach, which is why I like to start with this very first exercise called the face down back crunches. Now, I know I say not to do any crunches, but this is a very unique exercise because it trains the contract relax relationship. It's called pendiculation, and it's a relationship between you being able to contract muscles in your low back or anywhere in your body and then also relax them on demand. So we're gonna have our face down, hands under our face, looking at that right or left elbow, and we're going to lift that right elbow up, and almost like we're trying to take our eyes and look towards our right back pocket, okay? At the same time, you're going to gently lift, maybe 1 to 2 inches, the left, the opposite leg up off of the ground in a straight way, right? So your legs are straight, they're not bent. You're lifting up the elbow, looking towards that right pocket, but you're also bringing up the left leg at the same time. What you're looking for or feeling is these muscles contracting. I want you to focus on the feeling of or the sensation of these muscles up and down the back contracting. Then I want you to focus on, as you come down, you're going very, very slow. Remember, slow is the way to do this, not fast pumping out reps. We don't want to create a pump in the low back. We want to contract and then relax. So once you come up to the contraction point, deep breath, and you're going to come down nice and slow. Sometimes it's even best to, when you come up, don't even take a rest breath at the top, come up and then exhale. As you're exhaling, you're lowering your right elbow and the right leg at the same time. Take your time with bringing these limbs back down to that resting position. If it takes 30 seconds, if it takes a whole minute for you to slowly lower these body segments back down to a resting position, that is okay. That's the goal, okay? Once you're in this resting or on, fully relaxing on the floor, you're then going to take 2 to 3 full resting breaths or relaxation breaths, however you want to call it. What you're trying to do is breathe into your low back and feel, not just assume, feel these muscles in your back relaxing, letting go. Okay, that's the relationship we're trying to build. Now you're going to repeat this. You can do this 6 times, you can do it 8 times. If the more you do it, the more tension builds and you will have a hard time getting the back to relax, you're doing it too much. You're treating it like a muscle building exercise and not a relationship building exercise between the brain and body. That's what we're trying to do here. So we're gonna contract, we're going to slowly relax, take a few deep breaths, and then we're gonna move on to exercise number 2. Now, the on all fours rock backs are a great exercise to build the confidence back in hip hinging or flexing the spine in a safe way. What we're gonna do is get into a simple on all fours position. And the goal here is not to have a neutral, tight, tense low back, but we're trying to relax the low back and let the low back kind of flex some. Stay within your tolerance. I'm not wanting you to like bend your back in weird ways or flex the spine and cause pain. If you've been fused, if you have some severe sensitivity, respect all of those things. This exercise is geared towards building a stronger relationship and a relaxed sensation with flexion in the low back. What you're gonna do is in the on all fours position, soften the low back, and we're gonna rest or kick back towards our heels. So our hips and butt are gonna go back towards our heels. What you're looking for, what you're trying to feel inside your body is that tension point in your low back. There's gonna be a point where it's not so much tension, not so much sensitivity, and then it's going to build. The lower you go back, the more of a spinal flexion position you're taking on, the more of that sensation should be building if you do have some low back tension, pain, sensitivity, or you feel like your back is very fragile. You're gonna get to the point where you're gonna kiss that sensation, take a few deep breaths in that sensation, and then we're gonna come out of it. You're gonna repeat this 6 to 8 times. If you find yourself where you are repeating this exercise and your back it's really hard to get your back to relax when you come out of it, it's like almost as if tension's building, then don't stay in the on all fours position after each set. After each set, you're going to get up and you're gonna sit on your heels and have your hands by your side, sitting in an upright position. From there, relax the low back, take some deep breaths, and try to let all the muscles in your low back relax and kind of regain composure. The third and final exercise is the wall-supported good mornings or hip hinges. What we're doing here is now we're leveling up the hip hinge, the muscle contraction in the low back, building confidence, building endurance, and building strength back into, or tolerance back into these muscle tissues. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna focus on the hip hinge. So you're gonna find a wall, step off of that wall between 6 to 12 inches. Depending on how low you can go will determine how far off of the wall you are. If you can hip hinge lower before pain, then you can come further off. If you can't do a whole lot, get closer to that wall, because ultimately where your butt hits the wall is where your stopping point needs to be before you come back up to a standing upright position, okay? So grab your position 6 to 12 inches off the wall, and we're going to cross our hands over our chest, and we're going to bring our hips back towards the wall. We're hip hinging, or we're kind of doing a good morning exercise. However you wanna visualize it, you can do that. This is the easiest version. We're gonna repeat this 6 to 8 times, making sure that we're relaxing, we're engaging these muscles, but also getting them to relax at the top part. If this is too easy, we can let our arms down in 3 different ways that build a little bit more difficulty with this before we start doing like deadlifting and bent over rows and things like that. To make this a little harder, you're going to drop your hands down and hang them down as if you're kind of holding a bar, but you're not holding a bar, as you're going and doing this hip hinging exercise. Do that variation, see how you feel. The other variation is to have your arms come up. So you're engaging your shoulder muscles, bringing your arms up slightly, about, let's say 50% of the way to being all the way up. And you're going to stay at that position while you're doing the reps, the 6 to 8 reps of the hip hinge exercise. If that's not hard enough, or you want a little bit more of a challenge, bring your arms completely above your head. So you're gonna fully extend your arms so they're in line with the rest of your body as you're hinging back. That's gonna be the most difficult before you branch off to more of a weight bearing or loaded type of exercise. Now remember, the goal here is not to build strength. We're not necessarily trying to build endurance. We're trying to rebuild the relationship of safety in your low back. You have been avoiding training your low back, or the way you do it, or how you've been doing, or the videos you've been watching online, are only leading you towards more pain. If that is the case, start here. If you've tried these types of things, you've tried exercise, you did this type of stuff in PT or chiro or whatever you've done, and you feel stuck, you need a little bit deeper approach when it comes to the pain sensitivity side. This is called desensitizing your pain system. This is what I specialize in when it comes to people who have literally tried everything the medical model has thrown at them. They are still years and years and years later dealing with chronic low back pain, good days and bad days. They're afraid of bending. They're afraid of doing certain things. They've removed things from their life because, hey, you know what? I can't beat it, so let's just avoid it. If that is you, I specialize in transforming how you experience pain, putting you on a very unique individual approach for you to overcome this for good. If you're alive and you're watching this video, your body is capable of healing. Hear me when I say that. Just because you are in chronic pain still today, after years and years and years of pain, does not mean that tomorrow, this year, or next year, or the 2 years from now, you should be in the same place. You can heal your body if given the right environment. If you want help, if you want my expertise working through what I call my hybrid relief method, it is located inside of my Strength and Pain Relief Accelerator program. This is my one-on-one group coaching experience. You can go to fitnessforbackpain.com/apply, book a free relief strategy call with me to see if what I do can actually help you. There is a link below this video. You can just click that link. It'll take you to the exact same place. Grab a time for us to have that conversation, and let's see if what I do can actually change your life. Now, if you're ready to level up the exercises we covered today, this video here is perfect for you. I'm gonna make things a little bit more difficult. We're gonna focus a little bit more on the strength side. So if you wanna take this video here to the next level, check out that video and follow the exercises I break down. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I will see you on the next episode.